Hello, my name is Julie. Welcome to my channel. You're watching Treasures Made from Yarn, and we are ready for the fourth installment of my knitting series. Doing a sampler for this scarf I got going on, and the yarn is Caron Simply Soft, or at least the scraps of it. So, the first video we covered this pattern right here. And I showed you how to cast on. I cast it on with a crochet hook. So that's the first video. Second video has this smaller square rectangle pattern. And also in the second video, I show you how to cast off. This was the last video. The third one was the seed stitch. Here, and now for this installment, we're going to show you this. It's a 1-row repeat pattern. It looks the same on both sides, which is what I like. Projects that you have to see on both sides. I like to pick patterns that are similar on both sides. So this is a 1-row repeat. Also, a reminder, for this scarf, we do stockinette stitch, which is, we got 5 stitches in the stockinette stitch for the border of the scarf. So I will link the first 3 videos in the description. All right, so if you had already cast it on, we can pretend these were all casted on. So, okay. So the first stitch, we're going to slip it off purlwise, and doing that, you would go from behind and slip it off. Oop. And just slip it off, and there we go. Oh, okay. That's what creates this nice edge. Okay. Then we are going, because we're doing a 5 stitches of the garter row, we're going to knit the next 4. So to knit, we put our hook to the front to the back, and you notice that my yarn is in my left hand. This is the continental style, so I do not throw it. I don't use my right hand, so I just will pull it up. Oh, the yarn doesn't split on me. That is the knit stitch. So go from the front to the back, and in this case, I just pull up a loop. That's 3, so 5 stitches on the right hand needle. All right, so this will start the pattern. So the first stitch is, we're going to knit it, then we're going to knit the first stitch. So we put front to the back, draw a loop. The next stitch is also going to be a knit stitch. And this stitch here will be a purl stitch. To do a purl stitch, we go from the back to the front. Our yarn's in front, so we want to take our yarn and go around like this. Otherwise, the stitch will twist. That's how you're going to have to do the purl stitch. All right, so that's the pattern right there. Knit. Knit the next one. Purl the stitch. It says go from back to front. The yarn has to go over that way, and you draw it through. Easy enough. Knit, knit, we purl. So this is, you would have to cast on a number that was dividable by 3. I had initially forgot to mention 25 stitches on that, and 10 of those 25 are in the border. And knit, knit again, then purl from the back to the front, and the yarn has to go around that way. So we knit, the yarn yarn's in the back work, knit. We knit again, we just run to the back. You're gonna have to bring the yarn to the front to do the purl switch. We go from the back, oh, see the back to the front. You go back to the front, and then the yarn has to go over that way. And I am on the last 5, and that is my border, so that is all the knit stitch. Go. Simple 1 row repeat that you almost don't have to think about, but you do have to think about a little bit. Because somewhere when I was doing this, we were definitely not thinking. We must have purled twice because I got 2 of those together. And that's the one thing that I don't like about knitting, that if you had to go back several rows to fix it, that it's a little of a pain. You don't want to drop the stitches. So, but that might be a future video on how to pick up a drop stitch, and but you need a crochet hook for that, and how to go back. So yeah, with crochet you can just rip it out, but knitting not so much. So definitely give you to pay attention. It's like, oh, I pay attention, because if I had frog a knitting project back many rows, I think I would cry. But anyway, that's why I'm just going to live with this. Anyway, I digress. Like I said, that was the 1 row repeat. We can do it one more time. So for this particular project, usually the first stitch, we would knit it. We would slip it off purlwise. But that would depend on the project what the last stitch was. Because this last stitch from the past row was a knit stitch, the next row, if you were slipping it off, you would slip it off the direction the upset thought. So that's why we lift it up purlwise. Hope that wasn't confusing. So like example, if this last stitch was a purl stitch, we would be slipping this off knitwise. That's what gives it this nice edge here. So because the last stitch was a knit stitch, that's why we slip this off purlwise. Because if we slipped it off knitwise, it would twist. We would have a twist. We don't have a nice edge. Anyway, we slip the first stitch off purlwise, and then we knit the next 4 stitches. Knit the next 4 stitches. And we begin our pattern, which is knit the first 2 stitches, and then we would purl the 3rd stitch. Knit, knit, purl. And we repeat that across until I get to my last 5 of this project. Purl that one. Knit, and then we purl that stitch. Then, because we're at our border, there's 5 left, we would knit the last 5. Of course, you can have a smaller amount for depending on how big of a border you want. Maybe you're for project you don't want 5. Maybe you want only a couple, like 2 or 3. So yeah, this pattern, yeah, the mistake. We'll put it on the other side. Just don't see that mistake as much. Yeah, again, like all of them, these are all so far would make a great scarf pattern. So yeah. Very nice. So that is it for video number 4. So make sure you go back and if you haven't done so, check the first 3 out. So if you did like this, please give it a like. See more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you always for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now.